Hey everyone, this is Lillian. I just wanted to come real quick and give an update. Um, had a great start to the week with MLK. Was um, using some of the printouts that Mahogany Hosemaker was kind enough to share with everybody, and then I found some other ones for my middle son to utilize, and those were great. And then we got to watch the Dr. King speech I found on YouTube. I'm sure everybody found on YouTube, but it was the whole speech, and made me happy because one of our copy work um, sentences was from part of the speech, and my middle one was like, "Oh, he said my part that I wrote," so that made me really happy. Um, and let me see, we watched something on Netflix. It was like a Scholastics book about America. I can't remember the title, but it was America. And then in it, I let them watch the whole thing, but in it was um, Martin Luther King part. It was like a book, Martin's Big Words, I think, and it was a nice book. You know, the illustrations and stuff like that, and it was really good. They enjoyed it. So, and they were able to. I mean, my oldest one, it helps to reinforce. He likes, cartoon stuff. It helps to reinforce that. All kids need something to help reinforce that in their memory. And okay, so everything was great. And then that night, I was so happy. I was taking my friend to our support groups. Um, they were hosting a homeschooling informative like meeting, and I was bringing a friend. She was really interested, and I think she made the decision to homeschool, um, being able to find out talk about the laws and any of her concerns, and then talk to other moms. So I think she's a definite yes. She's going to let her daughter and her son ride out the year, and then she'll take it on from there. But she knows what she has to do. And yeah, and then I got sick with food poisoning. I'm not gonna say where I got it from because it could happen anywhere. I could have gotten it from anything, but you know, yeah, I got food poisoning. It was not fun. I never ever had food poisoning. If I ever thought I had food poisoning, now I know that I did not have food poisoning because that was scary. All right, so that was my quick little what was going on. Now I have a couple of book reviews I'd like to share, and this is the book that we have completed, Nicholas St. North and the Battle of the Nightmare King. And this is book one of the Guardian series by William Joyce and Laura Geringer with, and the illustrator is William Joyce, with the author. But if you don't recognize this series, it's the series that the movie Rise of the Guardians is based on, and we liked that movie. It's a nice like legend kind of movie where it just sparks that imagination. I mean, we're religious, so of course my kids know about Jesus and we talk about Santa, but this is a nice like little spin-off. Like, oh, that's a new way of thinking of, a cute little legendary way of thinking of Santa Claus and all the other characters. And you know, we got into this book because of the. I wish I would have kept it, but it was the picture book written by William Joyce, The Man in the Moon. It was a picture book, and that one's called the Guardians of Childhood series. And that we read the Man in the Moon one, and then that pointed me to this. Um, and it's really good. I mean, this was 24 chapters, and it has very cool illustrations. Since my New Year's resolution is to read more, I included reading to my kids, like these novels, as part of my reading because I generally wouldn't read these novels, um, since I'm older. But if I was younger, I would definitely have picked this up, even if I was like 14 maybe, because 14, 15, I mean, even 17, why not? these are just so cool. I mean, it's really, I liked the story. It flowed easily. You didn't get distracted by other stuff. You were really intent. You didn't get lost. Um, you know, and the illustrations are just beautiful. I mean, it's just great. And you just want to know. My boys kept wanting it to go on, but I only kept it to a few chapters, at the most 4 chapters a night, because I mean I got tired after talking all day, right? Don't you guys? But it was really great. And we finished this one last week, and we started book 2 called the Easter Bunnyman. So of course Easter Bunnyman. Um, that's book 2, and then I'm still looking for Toothiana, Queen of the Tooth Fairy Army. So the book 2 will be Easter Bunnyman and the Warrior Eggs at the Earth's Core, and that's what we're reading now. And that one is really great because you get a sense of some characters you kind of know from when you were young, kind of emerging. But yeah, so it's like a great battle between this evil guy named Pitch, and so I'm taking it that with each book is going to be one of the person's like trial to battle Pitch to get closer to saving the children of the world from nightmares. Um, I really recommend this book, the series, and I recommend if you like anything fantasy and legendary and legends kind of thing. This is really fun. Boys and girls, I think they would like it because they really have some strong girl characters too. And and let me see, if you liked the movie, the one with Jack Frost, I love that movie. The kids liked it. You would like this movie too. I mean, I guess it can get dark in some places, but you have to be the judge of what you want your kids to hear. And my kids, I don't want them to be. Of course, I shield them with things, but these are books. These are meant to have imagination and be some parts. Of course, it's evil, good and evil, so it's going to be having some dark parts. So just use what you feel is appropriate for your kids. But let's just read this. Nicholas St. North in the Battle of the Nightmare King stole my son. The book came into our house and the boy disappeared for hours. Eventually he returned, but it seems that his imagination never came all the way back. A part of him will always remain tangled in the deep, dark, dazzling, inscient mythology of this latest and most wonderful of William Joyce's worlds. And this little thing is written by a Pulitzer Prize-winning author of The Amazing Adventures of Cavalier and Clay, Michael Chabon. I don't know who that is, but Pulitzer Prize winner, you know, high praise, high praise, and high praise. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a writer or anything. I don't pretend to be, but yeah, I really like it. So this book here is Nicholas St. North is a daredevil swordsman, ruffian, and notorious outlaw. His prowess with weaponry of all kinds was infamous, and he sought treasure and riches at all costs. Hardly hero material. But heroes are not born, they're tested. When real villains enter the scene in the shifting shape of Pitch and his dreaded fearlings, North finds a different use for his famed fighting abilities. Here, in this first in a series of epic Guardian adventures, meet the legendary Saint Nick. You've known about him for years, but it turns out you don't really know him at all. So yeah, it's great. So real quick, William Joyce, if you don't know, he wrote this Leafman book, which I love this book. Beautiful, great illustrations. I mean, his books are just so uplifting, um, good and bad, and the choices that you make. So uplifting. This book here, The Leafman, the movie Epic was based off of this book. And I wonder if you guys notice his style, his artistic style. Is he did George Shrinks from the PBS channel, their little series that they used to have that I loved and my kids used to love to watch. George Shrinks and Roly Oly. Do you guys remember that cartoon? It was like a animated computer graphic animated cartoon on Disney or Nickelodeon. It was Roly Oly. Roly Oly. Yeah. He's like a round robot. YouTube him. You'll find it. But he did those, and like I said, William Joyce, really great. I recommend you guys getting his books. Especially the illustrations are fantastic. The illustrated series is called the Guardians of Childhood, and then these books are the Guardians series. That's the novels. Okay, so my personal review. I'm not even halfway done, but I just wanted to throw it out there so that way when I'm done I can maybe do another review. But this is by Patrick Rothfuss. The Name of the Wind, I heard was a really great book. I mean, I heard lots of great things about it. If you like fantasy, magic, and all that stuff, this is a really good. Um, so it's really saying it's on the side of the Lord of the Rings. That's how good it is. Um, my friend got it for me and she loved it. Okay, so it's been hard for me to pick up books. Okay, I love books. I mean, I wish I could show you all of the books that I have and that I've read. But it's really hard. It was really hard to start. And I don't know if it's because I was like binge reading before and then she gave me this and then I was, trying to pick it up and, and having to put it down. And I know I cannot read when the kids are awake. And that's just, I cannot read something like this when the kids are awake. It's not possible because you have to really get into it. With me, it was kind of, trying to learn the words, not really learn them, but trying to remember the writer's style, trying to get into it. And once you're in, you're in. But with the kids running around, seriously, 5 minutes of reading, put it down, and then you're going to have to go back a couple more paragraphs because you forgot. That's how I am. Yeah, loopy. So it's really great. I like it. I'm so in love with the main character. Um, yeah, and I really, this is like his story, him telling the story of how he became who he is, the most powerful and feared man, um, who is hiding. But I'm not going to give any details until, not even when I finish it. But when I finish it, I will have a better review on it. But right now, it is kind of hard. She did warn me that it was hard to pick it up and start, but once you get into it, it's good. I'm on page 187, and there are about 722 pages with an epilogue. So, I mean, I love these kinds of books. Look, I love it when I pick that stuff up. It's nice and chunky. I love paper books. I don't know, I've tried to read on my iPad or the tablet, and it just doesn't work out. Yeah, so there you go. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Thank you for watching and listening, and I hope you enjoy it. Night. Oh, and wait a second, and stay tuned. I'm going to be posting up on my videos from the previous week and a little bit of this week. I've been sick, so it's been kind of wacky. All right, later.